Hello, welcome to Finding Rebel and Jango. My name is Jade Leatham and I play Rebel, and I am joined by.
Isaac Ramirez and I play Jango, the one and only.
And today we're going to be talking to each other, getting into how we've created these characters, what we did on set, and telling you a little bit more about the story.
Okay.
And I want you to put yourself in the universe. What do you think changed in Jango? And this is kind of challenging because you haven't read it. What do you think changed in Jango the first time he realized that Rebel was more than just an ally, that she could be a life partner person? What do you think changed in his mind?
I think that he wasn't alone. He finally wasn't alone.
Ooh, that's juicy.
I think it's more of a he finally found somebody that he can trust, that he can do all the crazy things, all the good things, all the bad things with. You know, I think that was the biggest take for Jango, is knowing that she was strong and just like he was. So
yeah,
I think that was it. And like I said, trust. He trusted her.
I think that's exciting to see on screen.
Yeah.
Though, two people who are strong, but they can be weak together. But even that in itself strengthens their bond too. I like that.
Brings them together.
What do you think he admires about a Rebel that he doesn't say directly?
I think the fierceness, for sure. The fierceness in any situation. Probably what it is for me. Because Django's fierce.
Oh, for sure.
But I think he realizes that he may found someone that may have even more.
She's ferocious.
Yeah. More of that fierceness in her. So it kind of scares him, but he loves that. He loves it.
Scares him because the fierceness is directed at him, or just it just scares him in general?
It scares him because he knows that she could be a little hothead and do some crazy stuff with that fierceness too, you know?
Really?
Sure. Yeah.
Huh.
Yep.
Okay, I never considered that.
Yeah. Fierce for sure.
Nice. Okay. I like this question. When they clash, what do you think Django's reacting to? Not the chuckle part.
More like, oh, here we go again. I feel like that's kind of a thing oh, okay. I love this woman, and I'm listening to her right now. Oh shit. I feel like I'm about to get spanked. You know. That's kind of what I feel like. Oh, my parents are gonna spank me. All right, I'm listening. Give it to me. Just give it to me. You know. Just give it to me right now. I'll take it in. And I feel like he'll take it all in at the moment, you know, obviously, and then later on he'll think about what she really said. And I think that's the biggest thing. He loves to think just of what people say and think it through. And I think that's probably what it is for him, you know. It's just he soaks it all in, and he's mostly sometimes he'll be she's right, or there's sometimes we're maybe you're not right, maybe I'm right.
I like that. I like that.
But either way, I feel like it's a time for him just to stand his ground and listen. Yeah, so.
Our fight scenes are my favorite to film.
Yeah.
the bedroom scene.
That was a good one.
That and the
that was
good.
Intense.
We didn't even talk about it before that. So it's I loved the energy that you were bringing. But what I think I love, I really love those two together. They're so juicy. What I like about them is that Jango, when he fights with Rebel, is not trying to calm her down. He's like, okay, she needs to get this off. She needs to feel like I'm hearing her.
Yeah.
And then when she's done talking, now I'm gonna tell her
something.
Yeah.
For sure.
There's never this shh, no, okay, stop that. There's none of that. It's more, all right, we're gonna fight now.
Here we go.
What? Who said it? Was it Jackie Chris? All right, let's just fight. That's the attitude they have.
For sure.
But I love that they don't seem to be afraid of that. They just understand that's part of their process.
Part of who they are.
And I think I wish more people were like that. But people call me confrontational all the time. I don't care. I'm like, why are we keeping it here? Let's just say the thing and then get closer after.
Lay it all out, for sure. Were there any moments when you played her that made you reconsider what you wrote about her?
Yeah. Yeah, I think the kitchen scene was the scene that made me.
We were talking about that.
Yeah, change everything. Yeah, it was me realizing that she is more fearful than I thought.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay, so what does Rebel see in Django that even you didn't fully realize at first? So if you, like when you were writing,
Yeah.
and then later on you're like, oh damn, I didn't see that, but I'm like, okay, yeah, I can see that now.
I don't think I saw how. I don't think I saw how like soft Django could be. Yeah. I did not really have that in my mind, and then I don't think I saw how loving Django is and how that motivates a lot of his actions. It just doesn't show up the way. Like there's romance, yes, but he also loves his crew.
Yeah.
Like he loves his country, he loves his parents. So it's like he is motivated by love, but it just comes out in action. And she is motivated by love, but it comes out in like trying to protect everybody.
That's nice. Very true. Okay, so as the writer, did you build her to resist love? Or did that resistance emerge just naturally?
First of all, whoa.
It's a good question.
Whoa.
That is it. Because people are going to feel that, on screen. That's why that's such a great question.
So here's the thing. I did not write her to resist love at all. I think that was my fault. I think that was some of me bleeding into the character, unfortunately.
It's a beautiful thing.
Because like, why would she? Well, now that I think about it, she would. She would, because just like love feels like danger sometimes when you lose people. It feels like a weakness for her, and like where she is, and losing her parents devastated her. So like you kind of learn to keep a chamber of your heart to yourself. Now I'm talking about it, I realize that's me. But yeah, that part was not in the original script. She was supposed to be lover girl down. Because I think one time you asked me like how much of Rebel is me. I was like, none of it. Not really. She's nicer than me. But then I'm watching it back, I was like, oh girl. Yeah. Some of you that's little resistant. That's you. Sure. Yeah.
That's good. That's the beautiful thing about it. You gotta bring it to life like that. That's how people know it's real.
Yeah.
Okay, so when we were acting opposite to each other, did that change like the understanding of our connection? I know writing it, you think about the connection one way, but then like when you're on set with somebody and you're playing the character, did that change the connection?
Yeah, for sure. Like I had one idea of what the connection was, and I had like my parents and my tio and my auntie. Those two couples were like my inspiration for that. But then when we started, it became something way bigger and way like more layered and nuanced. And I was like, oh, I prefer this. I prefer what we created, because there was so much, like when I'm watching the dailies, because I think mentally I was out of there. Like I was out of there, because I'm so uncomfortable with like feeling feelings around people. I had to dissociate. So I had to just be Rebel. So there was a lot that we did that was just pure instinct. And then when I'm watching it, I'm just like, when did this happen? I have no recollection of this. But what I noticed that with us, we have very good like nonverbal communication. So we were just doing stuff. It was like we were flowing, and it made me really fall in love with the dynamic of Rebel and Jango, where like they mirror each other so much. And that's when it clicked to me like, oh, they're the same person, just in different fonts. And the connection between them is like there's so much trust, there's so much acceptance, but then there's so much freedom to be yourself. And I think that's what I like. There's so much freedom in that relationship, where Jango is just like, nah, I'll tell her later. She's gonna be mad and whatever. And then she's like, boy, I'm gonna cut you. He's just, all right, give me the knife.
For sure.
Soft kitty.
Yep.
Yeah, so she's free to like be herself and be angry, and he's free to be wild and know that he still has a soft place to land after she cusses him out.
Which was cool to me, like when you presented the script and I read it, and you were like you gave me the opportunity to be like, hey, bring some of what you feel, and be good, which is cool. Which just I was able to like build this character, which I felt like really special about. Like I said, I have a really good connection with this, so hopefully they could see that.
Yeah, you put a lot of meat on Jango.
This was a heavy one. I mean, this was heavy for sure.
No, but it was good because like I actually became a fan of Jango just watching your performance of it. I was like, how did he do that? Like I know I wrote this, but this is way
hopefully
better.
you all love this because we definitely put in some work. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
So I want to ask like just a couple more questions about Jango. If what they wanted to happen happens and there's peace tomorrow, who would Jango be without something to fight?
I think he would always find something to do. I think he would find something else to get into, honestly.
Really?
This is who he is, Jango.
True.
You know, I think he would take some time and spend time with the people he loves and the people he cares, but then he would realize down the road that it doesn't fulfill his purpose. You know? So there's more to him than just that.
Think he's restless?
Yeah, for sure. He needs to do something.
That makes sense.
Yeah, he always it's just who he is.
That makes sense. What do you think he wants that he pretends that he doesn't want?
I think he wants to really know that the people know that he cares. You know, he wants to lay it all down for them. And like, I think at first the people kind of see him as maybe he's not the guy, but he is the guy. He is that guy.
Yeah.
You know,
for sure.
He is that guy, and he wants to prove it to them. He wants to prove it to not only Rebel, not only the people that he cares about, the people that he loves, but the people in general. You know, the people of the world that are watching. That are watching him, you know?
Nice.
He wants the people to know that he cares. You know? For sure.
Aw, Jango.
Yeah.
Like, I have so much love for that character. I don't know.
I do too.
Yeah.
It's one of the biggest characters that I played so far.
And he's a big man. Like, Jango walks in and just owns a room, and I like that.
That's cool.
That. Especially on screen, you can see it. Anytime like you show up on screen, you just feel, you don't have to know, you just know, okay, he's in charge.
That's sick.
You were like that on set too. You have this really great way of like, you have this very quiet leadership that's not about like, I'm in charge, look at me. It's more like a lead by example type thing. And even Arno mentioned it to me like last month. I was like, yeah, I was making that observation too. He's like, you show up and everybody just wants to do better because you're there.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's awesome. So is Rebel someone you see yourself in now that we've done all this? Or is someone you created to challenge yourself?
I think it ended up being the second one. Like in my real life, since
you got challenged.
Since we wrapped, I've been going through like a lot of self-inventory. I'm just like, oh, if I want a certain outcome, I kind of have to be a little bit different. So I Rebel challenged me, one, to kind of look at my motivations for things, challenged me even as a creative, like tapping into the rawest part of me that I really don't want people to see. And it made me kind of investigate why I'm so protective over my emotions. Like, I had a great family, I have a great dad, I have a great mom. Like, what are you scared of? Like, why can't you do that? So she was a great catalyst to me challenging myself. And I like doing hard things, so.
For sure. That's awesome. If you weren't the one who created her, would you defend her the same way? So if someone else would have done it, you know?
Hell yes.
Nice.
The moment she was swinging the knife, I said, that's my girl. Because as we know, I always say, I beat men.
She was close.
Yeah, there was one time you just I was like, bro, let me get it off, man. He's like,
No.
I was, oh my God. But yeah, I would defend her 100%. She's a badass. And what I like about her is that she loves really hard. She loves really hard and she gives Jango space. I love how she is with Jango. Yeah, I love that she never compromises Jango's dignity. Even if she disagrees with him, She's not insulting him. No. She's not belittling him. Respectful, she's like, can you please just think about this? Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I'm behind you. For sure. Because if you're not going to think, I'm going to think.
I feel the other thing too, that why you would like back somebody up if somebody else wrote it is because I think you have that same perspective of you want women to know that there is women out there just like Rebel.
Yeah, for sure.
Just like for me, I want people to know that there is still Jangos out there, you know, that are willing to risk it all and willing to like do it for the people. I think that was the biggest thing too, being in the Caribbean, is like you felt the culture, you felt the power of the people. Yeah. And that's always been my biggest thing, is I want people to be inspired by what I do. You know, I want to be able to share that and push that around the world. And it's not like in a small scale, a bigger scale. So I feel like that's why you would stand behind somebody that would write this.
Oh yeah, so that's heartwarming to hear you say, because that's what I wanted for the character. I want young people and even older people
for sure. Every generation, to see it, past, present, future.
Yeah, see themselves in Jango and know that you can do it, and you don't have to do it alone. There are people, you're gonna find your tribe. And
for sure,
not just that, but even off camera, it was really important to me for you to be a stand-up person, and I'm happy that like you're a good human being, because
if not, imagine. Wow.
Yeah, so all of it just worked, and everybody like on set were inspired by you. And even Justin was saying how inspired he was by all of this. So
same. I feel the same way about everybody that I work with. In one way or another, you guys inspired me for sure, so I appreciate that as well. Yeah.
I want young men to want to be Jango, and I want young girls to look for their Jango, because
no kidding. We need more of that.
Yeah, be with someone who has some morals and is going to stand for something.
Yep, I agree.
Well,
beautiful.
Yeah,
that was great.
Yeah.
Not too bad, people.
Yeah, and I didn't cry, not
I know,
once.
I'm excited about this one.